Hi, and welcome to Diversity in the Community. Can I say that I am so excited and happy and proud? I don't even know what words to use to have my niece with me today, Stephanie Harris. I am so proud of her and the accomplishments that she's made. She's down in Virginia, and I'm here in Connecticut. But I said we got to do this thing. I don't know when she's going to come up. I don't know when she's going to come up here. So she is. Let me see what I want to say about her. She's a realtor, principal broker, owner of Sapphire Partners Realty, and she's a certified relocation specialist, credit repair specialist, just so many things. And so I want to welcome you, Stephanie, to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I I'm just so words can. I mean, I knew you before you were born, but I'm so proud of you because I had written down before I get there, I want you to tell us something about yourself. Go ahead, talk.
Okay. So as you let as you said, my name is Stephanie Harris. I'm a native of Connecticut, born and raised in Hartford. And then I migrated to New Haven. Worked for the city of New Haven probably for 20 plus years in real estate related matters. I have four beautiful children and seven amazing little people. Yeah, I'm a grandma. Yeah, so newly engaged, moved to Virginia, took an early retirement, moved to Virginia, and wanted to do something a little bit different. Wanted to sell real estate. At the time, I didn't know it would become what it is, but it did. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
I think there's a bit more because when I think of you, uh, huh?
No, I was gonna say, I was thinking of what else I could say about myself. I just, sometimes I don't even realize everything that I've done because even as you said that, I could think of so many more things that I've done. I'm also an investor. I invest in real estate. I'm an international investor. I'm an international sales associate. I'm a coach. Yeah, so I am a lot of things. Yeah.
So if somebody were to ask me how I would describe you, because when I had to fill out the producers or thing, and then he said what was the content of the program, and I was saying stepping out on faith. That's what I think of when I think of you. Said leaving a well-paid job in Connecticut, getting another well-paying job in Virginia, and but your heart was for real estate, and not just for real estate, but to me it was making people's dreams come true. And you went down there, and all of a sudden I saw award-winning this, and I mean I was just so proud of you because it's like you never gave up. You had that push. You had so that's when I think of you. That's what I think of. You know.
Yes. So very important is that I want to share with the people is I ended up in Virginia because I was sent to Virginia. There had came a time in my life where I was not feeling like I was growing. I felt like I wanted more, that I needed more. And I remember seeking the Father, and he spoke to me and told me that he was moving me to Virginia because Connecticut was no longer conducive for my growth.
Mhm.
So me coming to Virginia was obedience because, like you said, I left a well-paying job. I left my children. I left my heart. I left my heart behind in New Haven. Um, I had just had three grandchildren in 2016. But I heard the voice of God, and I knew in order for me to move forward, in order for me to become unstuck, I had to follow his guidance. And
Mm,
that's exactly what happened. I did like an 18-month plan and I moved to Virginia. And when I got to Virginia, when I got to Virginia, favor met me. There were people in place, there were people lined up um, to help me get to where I am today. And it just flowed. It flowed. I could not believe half the time the favor that I was shown and then the doors that opened for me because I believe it was divine. I believe it was just through obedience, just going where the Father has sent me. It just opened up so many doors for me.
oh my God. And when I you had the ribbon cutting, was a couple weeks ago, right? Was
3 weeks there, yes.
Yes, and I was just so impressed. And um, who was the lady that there was there from Virginia? She was from where was she from? That spoke a while.
She was from the
The
Chamber of
chamber. That's
Commerce.
right.
Yeah, she was a representative, a rep from the Chamber of Commerce. Yes, for Williamsburg. Yes.
Oh my goodness. And I saw all of the people, and it was just a beautiful ceremony. And my heart was just so full. I was just, I just don't have words to say how proud. And I love when I see you out on Facebook. You know, there's so much negative stuff out on Facebook, but you always have these inspirational quotes. And it's like you're one of those people that said, "Listen, I can't listen to people that said I can't do this, I can't because I got this issue and I got that issue." But your quotes always saying you can do it. You know, that's one of the things I love about you. No matter what, you can do it. Because when I look at you, oh my God, it's like every time. One of the quotes you said, well, you talk about real estate. You said true relationships does not confine you to a room, a place, or a particular firm. It is contained in the heart. And so when I saw you, you had all of those different people from different places working together. You guys were in competition. It was like you help me over here, I help you over there. And it was just so beautiful, you know. So that really touched me. So I can go on and talk about you, but it's supposed to be about you. This is about you, but I'm just so inspired. So that's why you know, and I know mama, big mama, my mother, your grandmother would be so proud of you. And so I'm kind of taking her place today to say I am proud of you. So I do have questions for you. I'll stop
Okay.
talking so much. Um, why did you decide to start your own business?
So I started to start my own real estate company probably in 2000, the earlier part of 2022. I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit. I've always been a leader. I've always done things apostolically, like set foundations and set up. So I knew that one day I would have a business. I just didn't know what type of business. My undergrad is business management
Mm-hmm.
from where did I go to college? From Albertus Magnus. I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Right.
Alberta,
So,
yeah.
I knew that I would start a business. I just didn't know what. When I was in Connecticut, I dabbled in security. I helped people with their credit, ran the church. So I knew that I was entrepreneurial. When I got to Virginia and I became a realtor, I remember sitting at my broker's desk and she asked me what was my 5-year plan. And before I knew it, I said, I'm going to be sitting where you are in 5 years as a broker owner. And we kind of like laugh because a lot of people do that. When I say things, they laugh, and it's only to when I've done them, it's like, oh, but I'm like, yeah, I told you I was going to do it. I didn't know how, but I knew that I would do it. And so last year we wanted to, and when I say we, I talk about my silent partner, Robert McDonald. We wanted to do something different. And the current company that we were at, they didn't allow it, or they gave us like a lot of kickback, in which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful because had they not given us that kickback, we would have settled and still be at that company. I would not be where I am today.
Mm.
And so, because of the kickback, we just decided, like, okay, we believe that this is ministry. We believe that we have what the community needs, and we should not bag that or put that away for later because the company that we are with, that I was currently with, won't allow it or giving us kickback. And
Mhm.
so I did my research and I was like, this is something that I want to do anyways. It's just a year
Mhm.
earlier. And so we just decided, let's just do it. So we started our own business. And that was, like I said, we made the decision back probably like June 2022. And by November, we had all our licenses and our things federal, state, and local government required. We had all those things in place.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. God was connecting those dots for you. I
Yes,
remember I remember
yes, it was.
Apostle Jesse Pope talking about um he had a sermon on connecting the dots. He said when you get a picture and you got um a thing that says you started 1, then you go to 22, then you go to 40. You say, what is this mess? What is this picture going to be? And when you finish connecting all those dots, you end up with a beautiful rose. Oh, this is what this was supposed to be. So that's what I think about with you, all of those times, all of those different things that you were doing, God was connecting those dots for you to be to where you are now. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Amen. Amen.
how do you deal with fear and doubt?
Whew. So I meditate. I meditate 3 times a day.
Hmm.
And meditation for me is just simply taking 10 to 15 minutes of time away from whatever I'm doing. And in the morning, I do my 5 gratitude breaths. And that's
Hmm.
just kind of just being in the moment with the Holy Spirit and, breathing in, breathing out. And I call out 5 different things that, help me calm myself. Um, 12, 1 o'clock, sometimes I have to kind of like shut my office door and do meditation. And then when I go to bed, to kind of just get everything off of me. And in that time that I'm meditating, God is just reassuring me that everything is okay. I got this. Calm down, relax, breathe. I got this. I called you to do this. I got this. So, um, you know, and it sounds easy, but sometimes
Hmm.
the fear will cripple you so that you don't move. One of my business coaches has said to me, if it doesn't scare you, it's not worth it. If
Mm.
you can just do it easily, it's not going to bring you no reward. So no fear, no reward. But yeah, so I meditate and I pray and I kind of just take it day by day.
Mm. Wonderful. Um, how do you set your business apart from others in the industry?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Again, that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do our own thing. We wanted to start our own business because we are untraditional real estate company. Um, we don't just, buy and sell the traditional way, which is, you want to buy a house, you find a lender, you get approved, and you buy the house. A lot of the agencies, if you're not pre-qualified or if you're not qualified to buy a house, they kind of move on, but we stick with you. Like you mentioned earlier, I'm a credit repair. Well, you said specialist, but I don't consider myself a specialist. I want to put that disclaimer out there. I just had really poor credit one day, and I
Hmm.
decided to fix my credit. And within probably like 9 months, I was able to increase my own credit for like almost probably almost 200 points. And so
Wow.
that's, I just want to put that disclaimer out there. So what I do is if I get a client who cannot purchase at that time, we coach them. We bring them in the office on Saturdays, and we hold their hand and we walk them through repairing their own credit. We don't encourage them to go out and get in debt or to even pay someone to fix your credit, because we teach them how to do it here based on experience, and not so much as having degrees or anything. So we also do creative financing, or we have lenders that will do creative financing. So you may not qualify for a traditional loan, but
Mm-hmm.
we have business partners that that can help buyers that can't get a traditional loan at that
Wow.
moment.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so we do things differently. Real estate, we saw that real estate was changing. Cold calling is good still for some, but it doesn't work for everybody. Um, so we saw that it was changing, and we wanted to be a part of the change. We wanted to give people options. We wanted
Mm-hmm.
people to know that a no isn't a no. It could be a no right now, but it's not final. That the
Right.
no isn't final. So what we do is we just take people and say, hey, okay, it didn't work this way. So let's explore other options that may be out there for you. We just don't give them a no and like, okay, when your credit get better, come back and see us. So that's one of the things, or one of the many things that make us different from a traditional real estate brokerage.
Now, how special is that? That's really having a heart for the people. That's really, I mean, really special. How many people going to take somebody, hold their hand, tell them they can get, if somebody trying to help you repair your credit, most people are trying to make you pay to get that done, but you're just doing it from the heart because you want to help the people. I just love it. Um, well, we already know where you're from. I was going to ask where you're from. I know where you're from.
I do. Can I add this?
Yeah, sure.
So Saturday, I had like the best day in a long time. We were here. We had folks in different parts of the brokerage working on their credit. They were on their computers, and everybody was excited about what they were doing. And I walked past this one gentleman, and he looked up at me. He said, "Ma'am, you doing God's work." I said, "Thank you so much." He said, "No." He said, "I grew up in church all my life." He said, "And I know good from evil." He said, "And what you're doing here is God's work." And I tell you, that meant more to me than if someone would have given me, I'm not going to say $1 million, but maybe $1,000. So it was like, okay, I was ready for the rest of my Saturday. I felt like I was empowering someone. I was making someone happy. I was making a difference, and I was making a change in someone's life. So it was like, okay, today was a good day.
Ministry comes in many different forms. Ministry
Yes,
is not always standing in a pulpit and
yes,
speaking.
ma'am.
Ministry, I remember my pastor told me, he said, you're going to have a ministry, but it's not going to be within the four walls of this church. And so, ministry to me is even being here on Win TV, spreading the good word. We hear so much negativity out there in the world, but good stuff. I love spreading
Yes,
good stuff. So, to me, that is ministry. Um,
yes.
what's the purpose or goal of your business? Which you almost telling it right there to help people, but you may want to add a few more things.
Yeah, it's to close the wealth gap. I grew up, and the only person in my family that had a house was you. And I grew up in Bowles Park, the projects, and that's what we knew. We didn't know anything other than that. We thought you were, well, I thought you were rich.
Oh Lord.
Um, and so you don't know unless you know. Big Mama, when we went to Big Mama's house, she was in a duplex, but she didn't own it. My mom didn't own it, and so for some time when I, grew up, I was okay with just renting. I didn't have any property. I didn't know that wealth was tied to, or a certain type of wealth, financial wealth was tied to real estate the way that I know now. And so you don't know until you know. And sometimes we grow up in areas and we experience traumas. We don't even know that it's trauma. We don't even know that there's something else. And so until we see something different or we learn something different, it's like our eyes come open to like, oh my goodness. One of the things with my granddaughter, Kamor, I love to travel with her. I love to take her to different places because when she grows up, I want her to know about, the diverse regions and countries and people. And unless we show our children, unless we show people that there is something different and how you're living, you don't have to live, they will continue in it. And so my mission, my ministry, and my business mission and ministry is to change the trajectory of people's lives.
Yes. Yes.
My license is a license to sell real estate, but it's also a license to change lives. And so that's what we're doing, changing lives through information and education.
Oh, yes, yes. I remember you, I think when you guys renovated a building or something and you were trying to choose who was going to actually get that apartment or something. I remember the story about it. And it was that you wanted to pick the person who it was going to change their life the most. I don't remember the whole story, but I remember talking about a family who you ended up um, getting an apartment to because it was going to really change their whole lives. So the ministry, yeah.
So I'm also co-owner of Standard Community LLC, which is a investment company. And what we do is we buy property and we renovate it and we rent it out. And so what the story that you're referring to, our very first property, we did a complete gut job, a complete renovation. And when I was looking for the tenant to put in there, I remember wanting them to, although they were renting, feel like this is our home, for
Mm.
it to be at a the standard and not, just ripped up carpet and just kind of throwing a family in a place and just renting it out and making money. We wanted them to feel the blessing of God. We wanted them to feel like, oh, this is home, this is nice, and to take care of it as home, even though they were renting it. And we do that for all our properties. Once we fix them up, we rent them out to families, and we want them to feel like they are receiving, something nice, something that they can call home,
Yes,
something that they
yes.
can appreciate.
Mm. Oh, that is just so beautiful. Oh my God. Um, how and why did you choose the name Sapphire for your business? Now, I was in my closet trying to find something blue. The closest I came to this whatever kind of bluish gray jacket, I said, "Oh, I want to put something blue on for the Sapphire." But how and why did you choose the name Sapphire for your business?
Well, first of all, it's our birthstone, Auntie.
Yeah, I know. I used to have the ring, but I can't tell you what happened with it. Oh.
So I chose Sapphire because, it is my birthstone. But after further investigation, it is royalty. It means royalty. It's associated with attracting blessings and abundance and loyalty. And
Mm.
so we are, a brokerage that is very loyal to our clients. We're very loyal to our agents that work in the brokerage, our team members. Um, and we believe that our business attracts favor. We believe that our business attracts the abundance of blessings. And also, too, Sapphire is the second strongest gem.
Mm.
The diamond is at a 10. I think it's MOHS is the scale that they refer to, but the diamond is the strongest and sapphire is the second strongest. So the only thing that could cut a sapphire would be a diamond or a sapphire. So
Wow.
we are sapphire strong. So that's where the name sapphire came from.
I learned something today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I was going to say, how does your business help contribute to its community? I think you talked a little bit about that, but if you want to tell me a little more.
Yeah. So we offer the credit repair class. We offer financial workshops for adults. And I'm so excited to announce this. The people will hear it the first time on your show. We are getting ready to have a financial class for children from the ages of 13 to 18 because they're not getting it in school. So we're going to open up our doors on Saturdays and some I think Wednesday afternoons or Wednesday evenings to young folks from 13 to 18, and we are going to get them financially ready. We're going to talk about debt, credit cards, the importance of your credit score. We're going to do all those different things. So yes, so we're just trying to educate and inform the community.
Oh my God, that is so needed. And what's amazing is I just had someone on the show last week who's having I think a 7-week program or whatever, to talk to kids about, the stock market and finances and all. So you guys are on the right track. That is beautiful. Because
Thank
when I
you.
was growing up, I had to learn, you know, that's why we all ended up like with bad credit and all that, because we didn't know. We had no idea. So it's wonderful that you guys, that is ministry.
And not only did we not know, we didn't have. We wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul. We was robbing Peter, all of his brothers and his cousins. We just didn't have it. We lived in lack.
Right,
And
exactly.
so just did what the best that we knew how to do. And so it's time to stop. It's time to draw the line and say, my children are not going to grow up in lack. So I'm going to change my life now. I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to change the way I view things, and I'm going to get some help. If I can just kind of go back to the credit repair class, my first class that I had probably almost 2 months ago now, the woman came in and, they introduced themselves and we asked, like, why are you here? And she said, because I want to better myself so that my children don't have to go through what I went through. I want to get my finances in order so that I can begin to teach my children how to get their finances in order so that we can stop. We can stop this madness
Mm,
of not having enough and living in lack.
yes, yes. Oh my God, that is just that's wonderful. Now, question for you. Okay, you guys are down in Virginia, but can you help someone no matter what location they're in?
Yes, I am a local realtor with an international reach.
That's what I'm
So,
talking about. That's what I'm
yes,
talking
ma'am.
about.
Yes, yes, I am. One of the things that is on my request list to God is that I live bi-coastal. I want to live 6 months in Connecticut and 6 months in Virginia. So currently, I am not licensed in Connecticut, but that's coming. However, I can still be a part of your team. So if you are looking for any type of real estate help, needs, questions, you may certainly, without a doubt, reach out to me and we will get you to someone who can help you in Connecticut. And I can be a part of that team. My brother Jeremy, who lives in Massachusetts. We've done that for him. I've done that with a few clients here who have moved away to different cities and different states, and I was able to stay a part of their team. So, absolutely, I can help you anywhere. I am also, this is a plug, I am also an international sales agent. I'm not going to spill the beans, but I just helped a family member purchase a piece of property internationally. So if you're looking to invest in a short-term rental, or if you want to just, buy yourself something so that when you and your family go on vacation, you'll have a place to go, I can help you do that as well. So yes, I can help you no matter where you are.
Big Mama, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? I know you be so proud, Mama. I know you be so proud. Don't want to make me shed a few tears. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Um, they're gonna you're gonna be recognized for the Women's History Month as one of the women in leadership roles and how to manage. And this is gonna be on March 15th. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so I will be a speaker on a podcast for women in leadership and how to manage. And it was funny when I heard the topic, how to manage, because I think I manage it awful. But you never see what people see in you, and people tell me that I manage it well. I time block. I put everything in my calendar. I have an assistant. I pray, and that's how I'm able to just manage my day to day. Again, it's the meditation, that helps me mentally and spiritually. But I'm newly engaged, and so the one of the things that I'm going to talk about just briefly over there is probably the roles of being a leader in the office or in the corporate world, but then having to come home
I know what you're
and
gonna
call
say.
someone lowercase Lord
Hmm.
at home. And so going from leading to submitting, so yeah, I'm excited about that.
Oh, and I'm excited about your engagement.
Thank you.
So special. Um, every time I've seen him, just a few times I've seen him, he's the quiet, powerful one. It stands in the
Oh,
back, but quiet and powerful. You know.
God, God did something big with him. He created he created them just for me. It's just amazing, the things that God has worked out of me through him. He's taught me so much. He's taught me how not to run, to face my fears, to do it
Wow.
anyhow. And he does. He's quiet. He stays in the background and he pushes me out forth. He pushes.
Wonderful.
If I didn't say anything about him, he wouldn't even mind. People could think that it's just me, but it's not me. And what I tell people that I love the most about him is that I feel God's love through him, and he identifies and he recognizes that I am God's daughter, and he does not mess with that. He understands that I am God's daughter, I am God's chosen, and he handles me as such, and he handles me with so much grace, and I
Wow.
feel God's love, I feel God's
Oh,
hand through him when he deals with me. And so yeah, he's a very silent person, but he's a powerhouse. He is the decision maker. I'm the mouthpiece.
oh, that makes me get a little teary eyed. Now we're calling him he. Can we say his name?
His name is Robert McDonald, aka Matt.
Yes, yes, wonderful. I met him one time when I was down in I was in Florida, I think, and we
Yes,
was at
yes.
at one of the houses. Yes, oh my God, that is
Went to
really
see his birthday party. Yeah, yeah, a
yeah,
few years
that
ago.
is really beautiful. Is there anything extra special that you wanna say that you want the audience to know?
I don't. I think that I've said it all, and I just hope, and I hope that the this interview will encourage someone, I know that it was to interview me and talk about all these great things that I'm doing. But I want the people to know that when you see me or you see me on Facebook, my sister Ebony says Facebook is like a highlight reel. People don't really get up there and tell you, the stories, the depression and the fight that they have to go through. When people
Mm.
say congratulations on your business, congratulations that you're doing this, congratulations that you're doing that, you have to understand that it comes with much
Oof.
prayer. It comes with much fasting. It comes with much biting your tongue and just reaching out to the Father. It's come with much tears. It's come with confusion. But through it all, I don't stop. I don't allow it to stop. I give myself a day or two to just kind of live in it or whatever, but then I get up and I get moving again. And so that's what I would want to conclude with, is that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you have gone through, and no matter who say you can't, you can. Every day we get up in the morning, take those 5 gratitude breaths, be thankful that you're able to breathe, be thankful that you're able to move, be thankful that you're able to hear, and thank God for another day of time and opportunity.
Oh, that is wonderful. And when I think about what you just said, and when I said it on the last program, you have, and of course, it's an old saying that we all have. Some of us don't look like what we've gone through, what we've been through. You know how that saying? But you can have two
Yes,
people that get up in the morning. They can have the same obstacles in front of them. You got that person that's got that push and that positivity, and they're gonna make it. You got that other person that, oh, woe is me, woe is me. And you are that person that says, I see all those obstacles in front of me, but I'm gonna make it anyway. And
yes,
so
ma'am.
I just want to say, I wish you was here so we could hug and take pictures together. I did find an old picture of me and you together, so I asked them to put it on when they edit the whole thing. But I just want you to
Okay.
know that I am so proud of you. I know Big Mama would have been so proud of you. I know the whole family is proud of you, and I thank you. I know how busy you are. I thank you for taking the time to come on the program today. And I just want to say, I love you and I just wish you the best. I wish Mac the best for you guys, your wedding or marriage, whatever, the children. I just love you guys. I can't say I'm proud enough, but I just want to thank you for taking the time to come. And to the audience, we seem to put so many negative things out on Facebook or whatever. But when this video comes out, please share it and show that there are people out there that are doing things for the community, for people, for children. Please share it. And I really, really thank you guys for watching, and just have a great day. Have a great year and stay safe. God bless you. Thank you.